Okay, so record has been started. Yeah. So see here, guys. Today I'm
Are you
going to
sharing, Manoj?
yeah, I shared my screen.
No,
Not visible.
No, not able to see.
no, Manoj, not able to see.
What about now?
No, I think you are sharing in some another. Yeah.
Yeah, might be sharing screen to or other, but I'm not able to see. I'm not sure about others.
Now?
Yes.
And
Yes.
now it came.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, okay. Yeah. So today I'm going to explain configuration. Okay. So first of all, when it comes to configuration, okay, where all the configuration parameters are available. Okay. So all the configuration parameters are available in PostgreSQL.conf file. Okay. So in the PostgreSQL.conf file, okay, all the configuration parameters available whenever as you know, like whenever the requirement is it will comes, right? So based on that, we need to change the configuration parameter value. Okay. And also how to identify in the database server level whether the configuration parameters requires restart or it requires reload. How to identify? Do you aware of this thing in the database server level? Within the database server level, how to identify whether the particular configuration parameter requires restart or reload. How to identify for? Guys, any idea? I already explained. I think in the last week I explained. So how to identify so whether restart is required or not for the particular configuration parameter. How to identify, guys?
So there is a command to check whether that is a static or a dynamic parameter.
Exactly.
Like
Which system table stores all the configuration parameter values? Which system tables? Okay. So there is a system table called PG underscore settings, right? In this system table, all the configuration parameter and value, it will be stored in this system table, PG underscore settings. Okay. And also how to identify whether the particular parameter requires so restart or reload. How to identify, you know? So
There
select
is a
start from
supervisor process.
exactly. Yeah. So postmaster. Okay. So the context is equal to postmaster we need to provide. In the condition, we need to provide postmaster is equal to context. At the time, we can easily identify which configuration parameter requires restart. Okay. See here, guys, in this model, I'm going to explain, okay, server configuration file, setting server parameters, connection settings, memory settings, and wall settings and log management. Okay, in this model, I'm going to cover all these things. Okay, so see here, when it comes to server configuration file, right? Okay, where the server configuration file will be available? It will be available in the data directory. The particular database server data directory. See here, there are many configuration parameters that affect the behavior of the database system, and the server config file PostgreSQL.conf file stores all the server parameters. Okay, so it will going to stores all the server parameters, and also all parameter names are case insensitive. Okay, all the parameters are case insensitive. And also, see here, some parameter requires restart. Okay, how to identify and how to list out those parameters? See here, I told you, right? Select name from PG settings where context is equal to postmaster. So this will going to list out all the parameter required server restart. Okay, so this is the query we need to find out whether the particular parameter requires restart or not. It will going to identify. Okay, and also, one way to set this parameter is to edit the file. Okay, postgresql.conf file, which is normally kept in the data directory. Okay, so I mentioned in the first point, right, where this postgresql.conf file will be available. Okay, normally it is available in the data directory. Okay, and also see here. Okay, this is very important. We can setting the server parameters in the three ways. Okay, what is the three way? Some parameters can be changed per session. Means session level we can set using the set command. Using the set command, we can set the server parameters in the session level. That is whenever we are going to use set command, right? At the time that is completely for session level. Okay, and also I told you yesterday class, some parameters can be changed at the user level using the alter user. Okay, and also some parameters can be changed at the database level using the database. And also some parameters we can change in complete cluster level. Okay, at that time, which command we need to use? Alter system, correct? Okay, so we can set in the session level some parameters and also we can set the parameters using the user level, and some parameters we can set in the database level, and some parameters we can set in the cluster level. Okay, once we set the particular parameter value, how to check the particular parameter value it is reflected or not? Using show command. Okay, using show command, we can, so view the particular configuration value. Okay, and also see here, PG underscore settings catalog table list out the settings information. Means it will going to list out all the configuration parameter information. Okay, just you can remember PG underscore settings means it stores all the configuration parameters and its value. Okay, and whether the configuration parameter value, okay, which file it is using, which config file it is using, whether postgresql.conf file or postgresql.auto.conf file. We can easily identify the particular parameter is using which file. We can easily identify using the PG underscore settings catalog table. Okay. Anybody have
Manoj,
any doubts here? Yeah. Yes,
so
please.
is it possible to edit in the host level itself, like .cfg file? If you edit and make changes, so it will affect to the all the
Instance level.
yeah, instance level.
Yes, that is also possible. That is also possible. We can. We can.
So no need from the DB level. We can even edit from this level and change the parameter. If that is a server reboot is required, then we have to restart it. Otherwise,
Yeah.
it will affect immediately.
Exactly. Yeah. So yeah. So yeah, that is also possible. We can do like that as well. Okay. And also, we
Manoj, we cannot hear you.
Manoj, we lost for another 2 minutes.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, sorry, guys. Yeah. So see here. So I'm going to share my screen. Yeah. And also, we can also manage, okay, multiple configuration file as well. Okay, that is also possible. For the particular configuration file, sorry, particular configuration parameter needs a separate file, right? Okay, so that is also possible. We can maintain that, separate configuration file for each and every parameter. That is also possible. Okay, so, and also, we can also, change the configuration parameter in the PostgreSQL.conf file as well. Got it? Okay, and also see here, whenever we are going to change the configuration parameter in the complete cluster level, right? At that time, we need to use alter system. Okay, so we need to use alter system. Whenever we are going to use alter system, okay, at the time, those configuration value will going to write into the PostgreSQL.auto.conf file. Okay, so whenever we are going to use alter system, at that time, the things will going to write into the PostgreSQL.auto.conf file. Okay, and also, whenever once we are going to set the particular things in using the alter system, right? Okay, if you guys wants to reset, okay, if you guys wants to reset that configuration parameter, particular configuration parameter, right? At the time, we need to use alter system set work map is equal to default. Okay, at the time that parameter will going to reset to the default value. Okay, it will going to reset the configuration parameter value. Okay, at that time, the entry will going to arrange in the PostgreSQL.auto.conf file. Okay, whenever we are going to restart, once we reset, okay, at that time, the value will going to read from PostgreSQL.conf file. Okay, once we reset the value, okay, the next restart, the value will going to read from PostgreSQL.conf file. Okay, so the value will going to read from PostgreSQL.conf file. Okay, see here, guys, some of the important, configuration parameter. This is listener address. What is this listener address? Anybody have any idea? What is this listener address? Guys, anybody have any idea?
It will allow all connections.
Yeah. See here, whenever we are going to specify star means it will going to allow all the connection from any machines. It will going to accept any TCP IP addresses. But okay, star is not recommended. Star is not recommended. Okay, so we need to specify the particular IP address. Okay, we need to specify. If example, if someone is going to access the database server from any other machine, right? At that time, we need to add those IP address in the listener address. At that time, the database server will going to accept the TCP IP address. Otherwise, okay, the database server won't allow the particular IP address. We need to specify the IP address here. Okay, this is very important one.
Manoj, can you stop and share again? Sorry.
Yeah. Okay, so so it will not going to allow, if you guys are not mentioned the IP address at that time, okay, it will not going to allow any of the like any of the other machines IP addresses. We need to specify here. Okay, so we need to specify the particular IP address. At that time, the listener address will going to accept those IP addresses. Okay, see here. So listener address means TCP. So specify the TCP IP address on which the server is to listen for connections. Okay, this is very, very important, guys. This is very, very important. Okay, and port number. Port number is, each and every database server have its own TCP port. Okay, because so, the TCP port, the server listens. By default, 5432 is the default port number. Okay, and also see here max connection. Whenever we are going to start the database server, at that time, the max connection is 100. Okay, the max connection is 100. Okay, if you guys wants to increase the number of connections, okay, at that time, you need to change the max connection value. You guys needs to change the max connection value. And also, what is super reserved connection? Anybody have any idea, guys? Super reserved connection. What it name says, see here, determines the number of connection slots that are reserved for the connection by advanced server super users. If you guys want 10 super users, right? Okay, you guys needs to mention the number of counts here, super user counts. Okay, so this is completely, if you guys want 10 super user, you need to specify 10 reserved connections, means super user reserved connection. Okay, otherwise it won't allow. If the 9 is there, if you guys wants to create the 10 super user, means it won't allow. You guys needs to mention the super user reserved connection. Okay. You got it right? See guys. So these are the 4 important one. Okay. So this is completely a connection related configuration parameters. Anybody have any doubts here? Does anybody have any doubts? Okay. See here. Now the next thing is memory settings. Okay. Yeah. So when we started the class at that time, somebody asked, right? So how to, allocate the memory. So how to, allocate the memory, how we need to allocate the memory based on that. Okay. See here, guys, this is very important. Okay. Shared buffer. Okay. Shared buffer, how we need to allocate the memory, 30% of the RAM. Okay. We need to allocate 30% of the RAM. We need to allocate for the shared buffers. It's a, so it's a completely basic thing. Okay. We need to allocate the memory for 30% of the RAM. Okay. Sets the amount of memory the database server uses for shared memory buffers. Now tell me guys, what the shared buffers will going to store. In the architecture, I clearly mentioned what the shared buffer will going to store.
Table static information.
Transactions are limited both, right?
No. Transaction, no, not transactions. It will going to store only the committed and uncommitted data, right? In shared buffers. In wall buffers, right? Committed and uncommitted transactions. But in shared buffer, it will going to store committed and uncommitted data. Okay. So that's why whenever we are going to design the database server at that time, okay, we need to allocate 30% of the RAM size. Okay, and next thing is, see here, this is very important, temp buffers. Okay, what is temp buffers? Okay, when it will going to use, each and every connection. If somebody is going to connect to the database server at the time, each and every connection means each and every user, okay, per connection, the temp buffer 8 MB space will going to allocate per connection. Okay, the temp buffer will going to allocate for each and every connection. The size is 8 MB. Okay, we can increase the temp buffers as well in the session level, user level. Okay, and also we can increase the instance level as well. But by default, the temp buffer size is 8 MB per connection. Okay, 8 MB per connection. Okay, you guys are got it right. And here set the maximum number of temp buffers used by each database sessions. Okay, and also see here, there are 2 things is there, temp buffers and work memory. What is the difference, Okay, the difference is whenever we are going to connect to the any of the user, right? At that time, the work memory will going to allocate 4 MB by default. Okay, what is the use of work memory? Okay, whenever we are going to do the sorting, right? Descending and ascending. Okay, at that time, the work memory will going to use internal sorting operation purposes. Okay, well, I will show you in the practical. Okay, how it exactly whenever we are going to connect, how it will going to allocate. See here. So work memory is purely, it's for internal sorting operations. Okay. It's completely used for internal sorting operations. Okay. And also see here, guys, auto vacuum work memory defragmentation. Okay. This work memory is completely assigned to whenever we are going to do the maintenance activity, right? At the time, we need to assign this auto vacuum work memory. Okay, I'm going to explain later this configuration parameter in maintenance when it comes to maintenance activity, right? At the time, I'm going to explain how exactly it will going to use. But this auto vacuum work memory is completely when it will going to use. Okay, whenever the maintenance task will going to happen, right? At that time, this auto vacuum work memory will going to use. Okay, specifies the maximum amount of memory to be used by each auto vacuum worker process. Okay, this is very, very important whenever we are going to do the maintenance activity. Okay, and also see here, this is completely purely for auto vacuum work memory. See here, this is for maintenance work memory. Okay, this is purely for maintenance work memory. Maintenance work memory means when at what time it will going to use this maintenance work memory, such as during the create index and alter the table add foreign key. Okay, at that time this will going to use maintenance work memory. Okay, whenever we are going to create index or altering the foreign key, okay, at the time this maintenance work memory will going to use. But the default size for this maintenance work memory is 64 MB. Okay, the default size for this is 64 MB. Anybody have any doubts, guys? Yes, anybody have any doubts here? Okay, so this is very, very important, guys. Okay, the next thing is, yeah, this is also very important. Wall level. Okay, there are two things is there. So by default, okay, the wall level is replica. Okay, so when it should be replica, okay, whenever we are going to enable the archive mode, at the time the wall level should be replica, and whenever we are going to configure or standby, at that time this wall level should be replica. Okay, and the one more thing is there, logical. Okay, when we need to change to wall level as logical, whenever we are going to set up the logical replication, at the time we need to change the wall level as logical. At the time, if you guys are mentioned the replica, right? Okay, at that time we can't do the table level replication. Okay, we should change the wall level as logical whenever we are going to do the table level replication. Okay, and also now tell me, in wall buffers, what it will going to store? In wall buffers, what will be there? Guys, it will, so in wall buffers, it will going to store committed and uncommitted transaction. Okay, how to allocate this wall buffer memory, see here, the select the size equal to, okay, 132, second of about 3% of the shared buffer. If the shared buffer size is 1 GB, right? Okay, so we need to specify the size for wall buffers is, 300 MB, 3%. Okay, so we need to specify about 3% of the shared buffers. Okay, in shared buffer, what it will be there? It will be there, it will be store the committed and uncommitted transactions. Okay, so not much memory is not required for the wall buffers because each and every, whenever the wall writer will going to trigger at the time, okay, it will going to write all the committed transaction into the wall segments, correct? So that's why, every 200 milliseconds, okay, all the committed transaction will going to write into the wall segments. So that's why see here. So the 3% of the shared buffers is enough for the wall buffers. Okay. And also see here, checkpoint timeout. By default, 5 minutes is there. Okay. So see here, this is not recommended. 5 minutes is not a recommended. We need to go with the milliseconds. Okay. We need to go with normally in every organization. Okay. They are not going to maintain the 5 minutes. Okay. We need to go with milliseconds. Okay. Checkpoint timeout is very important in organization level. Okay. We do not want to go with default one. 5 minutes is a not recommended value. We need to change to the milliseconds. Okay. Guys, got it right? So what I'm saying? Okay. So this is completely write ahead log settings. Wall level, wall buffers, and checkpoint timeout. Anybody have any doubts here?
Yeah, Manoj, I have one question.
Yes, please.
I'm not sure if it is covered. So when they will ask us to configure the Postgres state, so what are the, default memory, which we require to configure? They will mention anything or like what memory is needed or how much minimum prerequisites to start with the Postgres?
Okay, so see here, example. Okay, someone is going to ask to create the database server, but their data size is almost all. Okay, so one like 100 GB of the data. Okay, so they are going to store 100 GB of the data. At the time, okay, you guys needs to assign for 100 GB. You guys needs to, at least the RAM side should be, 2 to 3 GB, we need to assign to the RAM. Okay. And also, whenever the 100 GB of the data is going to store in the particular database server, okay, at least our shared buffer size is 1 GB. Okay. And also, 3% of the shared buffer size. Well, like whenever we are going to allocate for the wall buffers, right? So we need to specify the 3% of the shared buffer, means 300 MB we need to specify for the wall buffers. Okay, so it's completely based on how much data we are going to store. Okay, so we need to decide in our internal team, okay, our primary DBA, okay, or we need to discuss with the, senior DBA, and we need to allocate the space. We need to calculate like this. It's completely purely so database size. I hope you understood, right, Pradeep?
Yeah.
Anybody have any doubts, guys? Yeah. Okay. I think I hope all are clear. Okay. So see here. So, and also one more thing is there. Okay. Logging. Okay. So I don't want to explain the complete theory. Let's go for some time with the practical. Okay. So So let's go for practical. Yeah. See here I will check how many users is there. Yeah, so only one user is there. What I'm going to do, I will create some users here with okay. So now see here, I told you, right? So whenever I'm going to log in, what is the port number? Yeah. Whenever I'm going to log in as app01, okay. Specify the Postgres database. See here. So,
Yeah, we lost again.
yeah, sorry guys. Yeah. So my screen is able to see, right? I think no. Okay. Yeah. I think you guys are able to see my screen, right, guys?
Yes, Manoj.
Yeah. See here. Now I connected, okay, to the database server as app01. See here. See here, app01. Now, if I'm going to check show work mem, see here. So by default, the work mem is a 4 MB. Okay, so I want to run the more sorting operation in my session. So I don't want to, continue with the 4 MB. I want to increase my work memory in the session level. How to increase, see here, set work underscore mem. Okay, to 20 MB. Okay, see here. I need to give single quote. See here, guys. Now check the work memory in my session. It's 20 MB. Okay, it's 20 MB. Now, if I'm going to exit and again, if I'm going to log in, right? See here, again, it will going to assign to the 4 MB only. That is completely a session specific. Whenever we are going to use set work mem to 20 MB like that, right? Whenever we are going to use set, right? At that time, it's a completely a session level specific. It's purely session level. Okay, so I don't want to set the session level. Okay, some user needs, okay, completely user level settings for this work memory. How to change that one? You know, so I'm going to log in as a Postgres. Now I'm going to change the work memory to app01 every time. If he is going to connect with the any session, right, to the database server, at that time, the work memory should be more than 4 MB. Okay, I'm going to increase to 30 MB because this user will every time this user will going to run, okay, long sorting operation. That's why I'm going to set this complete user to 30 MB worth memory. See here. Now let's go and connect with the app01. Let's check show. It will going to reflect or not, guys. See here. It is reflecting. When some user is app01 is going to connect to the database server, right? See here. So the work memory is 30 MB. See here. So this is how we need to set the user level memory, work memory. Okay. Anybody have any doubts here? Yes, anybody have any doubts here? I hope you guys are understood. Guys.
Yes, Manoj.
Yes, Manoj.
Okay. So here, this is how we need to set the, work memory to, specify session level and user level. Okay. And also we can able to set, okay, database level as well. See here, how to set the things into database level. See here, as of now, how many database is there? Only 3 normal system defined database. What I'm going to do, I will create one user defined database called PDB. Oh, I will create the database called PDB. See here now, if app02 is going to connect with the PDB database, right? Okay, at that time you can check the work memory. See here, it is 4 MB. Okay, so see here, I want to change if anyone is going to connect with the PDB database, the work memory needs to 30 MB. Okay, how to change that work memory in the database level? See here, guys, it's a very easy. Alter database. Okay, database name PDB set work underscore mem to, I will change to 50 MB. Okay, see here, I'm going to change to 50 MB. See here now, if I'm going to connect with the app02 PDB database, right? See here. So what ma'am? See here, guys. Now it's 50 MB. See here, and also if you guys going to connect with the Postgres database, right? What is the work map? 4 MB. Okay, if the users is going to connect with the PDB database, at that time only the work memory is 50 MB. Otherwise, for other databases, okay, the default is 4 MB only. Okay, this is the way we need to set session level, user level, and database level. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, I will create two more databases. PDB new. Oh. PDB new and PDB new 1. Okay, so now see here. So if someone is going to connect with the PDB new database, okay, the work memory is, what is the work memory? 4 MB. But what I'm going to do now, I'm going to change in complete cluster level. See here, alter system. Okay, so so we need to set work mem to 45 MB. I'm going to set the work mem in complete instance level. I'm going to change. Okay, see here, I changed in the instance level. Select pg underscore reload underscore conf. Now you guys can connect with the PDB new. What is the work memory? See here, 45 MB. See here, and also if I'm going to connect with PDB new one, the work memory is 45 MB. If you guys going to connect with PDB, what is the work memory size now? Guys, in the PDB, what is the work memory size?
It was 4 MB.
See here, it is 50 MB because we already set for this database level work memory, correct? For the PDB database, we have set the work memory to 50 MB. That's why any user is going to connect with the PDB database, right? At the time, the work memory is 50 MB. Okay, the work memory is 50 MB. You guys got it, right? How to set session level, user level, and database level and complete instance level. Anybody have any doubts here?
Here, no restart is required, Manoj, just since we change
No, work memory does not require restart. Reload is enough. Okay, immediately this is dynamic parameter. It's a completely dynamic parameter. Immediately it will going to reflect. How to check? So whether work memory is dynamic parameter or whether static parameter. You guys only tell me how to check that one.
PG underscore settings.
Yeah, I have to check. So complete query is select star from. Okay, select star from PG underscore settings. Okay, so where context is equal to postmaster. Postmaster is a supervisor process. So that's why if the context is equal to postmaster means those configuration parameters requires restart. That's all. Oh, sorry. PG underscore settings. See here, there is no wall, work memory. See here, there is no work memory here. So what level is there? See here, there is no work memory. Work memory is a completely dynamic. Okay, dynamic parameter. That is not a static
But-
parameter. Yeah.
So only 46 rows affected. That means 46 parameters are.
Exactly. 46 parameter requires restart. Apart from that, remaining parameters does not require restart.
Can you copy this and put it in the notepad and share it across?
Oh, you want this output? Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
I'm going
that.
to share. Sure, I'm going to share it. Okay. So this 46 row, like configuration parameters only. So requires restart. Okay. So now I'm going to explain other things. Okay. See here, guys. Now, this is very important. I'm going to change the shared buffer size. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to change shared buffer size. See here. Alt as of now, what is the default size for the shared buffer? Do you know? 128 MB. Okay. The shared buffer size is default is 128 MB. Now I'm going to change the shared buffer size is set alter system set shared buffers to I'm going to change to 250 MB. Okay, 250 MB. Now see here why the value is not reflected. We have set the parameter value, but still it is not reflected. And also what I'm going to do, I will try to reload. Still it's 128 MB. Why this parameter is not reflected, guys? See here, still it is not reflected.
Server restart.
Exactly.
Static
See here, exactly. So this is completely static parameter. See here, this row is, it is showing here. See here, so it's completely a postmaster one. Postmaster means this postmaster needs to restart for this parameter value change. Okay, the meaning of postmaster means, okay, the shared buffer configuration parameter requires postmaster restart. Okay, postmaster is nothing but supervisor process, means main process. Okay, that's why what we need to do, we need to restart. Oh, sorry. What is the data directory for this? Data underscore directory. Okay, back. See here. Now, what I'm going to do, I will restart this backup server. Okay, server restarted. I'm going to try to connect. So now I will check the shared buffer size. See here, 250 MB. It is reflected. Okay, but so see here. So suddenly, someone is going to change the configuration parameter value. But so this configuration parameter value, where exactly it is going to read, on which file it is going to read. How to identify, How to identify, See here, simple. Select file name, okay, comma, name from pg underscore settings, where name is equal to shared underscore buffers. What is that file name? Oh, source file, sorry. See here, the source file for this configuration parameter is currently, see here, PostgreSQL.auto.conf file. Okay, PostgreSQL.auto.conf file. Okay, PostgreSQL.auto.conf file. Now, what I'm going to do, okay, now you guys tell me, okay, you guys needs to answer for this question. Okay, now what I'm going to do, I will go and change the configuration parameter value in the PostgreSQL.conf file. Dot on. Okay, where is shared buffer? Shared underscore buffers. Okay, so here what I'm going to do, I'm going to change to, okay, 255 MB. Okay, no, 265 MB. Okay, I'm going to increasing 15 MB extra, but if I'm going to restart, which value it will going to take? Whether the PostgreSQL.conf or PostgreSQL.auto.conf file. Now tell me, guys, which value it will going to read? Which file value it will going to read? Whenever we
It
are
will
going
take
to restart.
it will take auto only, no?
Exactly. It will going to take auto only. See here. Now, if I'm going to connect, you can check the file, source file. See here. Still, it is going to take auto only. Okay. How we exactly it will going to take auto? First it will going to check the source file. Currently, which source file it is going to take? That value only it will going to read. Okay. It will not going to read the latest one. It will going to read based on the source file configuration file. Okay, this is very, very important, guys. Okay, now what I'm going to do, I'm going to reset the value. Okay, alter system set set shared underscore buffers is equal to reset. I think so, reset. Okay, let me try this one. No, something is there. Reset is there. Oh, no. Yeah, so no need to provide equals. I think so.
System spelling wrong.
Oh, okay. Alter system. Okay. Something is there. Alter shared buffers is equal to reset. One moment. So here we need to provide reset. I think so. Yeah, see here. Alter system reset shared buffer. Okay, now you can try to restart. Okay, which value it will going to take now? It will going to
128
read. Yeah, exactly. See here. Now the source file is PostgreSQL.conf file. See here. Now the source file is PostgreSQL.conf file. What is the shared buffer size now? Show shared underscore buffers. See here. Now it is reading from PostgreSQL.conf file. Okay, 265 MB. Okay,
So you have
yeah.
reset. It should to Default one. It should be 128
No,
MB,
no,
right?
no. Default one means whatever the value will be available in the PostgreSQL.conf file, that default value it will going to take.
Okay, got it.
Okay. Yeah, that default value will be going to take. Does anybody have any questions? Any questions here? So this is very, very important, guys. Okay, anybody have any doubts or anything? I'm going to clarify you. Please let me know. I hope all are understand, right? Okay. See here. So whatever I set the parameter in user level, that is the one only. Okay. Yeah. So see here, example, if you guys wants to check the user level parameters, means configuration value. See here, which user have which configuration values here. So see here, set database is work mem is 30 MB. And so work mem is for 50 MB. Okay, this is completely a database level work mem. See here, this is the way we need to identify. For which database have which work memory, like how much work memory is assigned. See here, we can easily identify. Okay, so this is the way we need to set, and this is the way we need to identify which configuration parameter requires restart or reload. And this is the way we need to set the parameter: session level, user level, database level, and it's completely system level, means cluster level. Okay, this is the way we need to configure this. Okay, so and one more important thing is there. Okay, that is a very, very important. Okay, how to set log management in the configuration file. This is very, very important. Okay, so there is a way. Okay, we can set where to log, when to log, and what to log. This concept is there. Okay, it's very, very important whenever we are going to do the database design. Okay, whenever we are going to design the database at that time, so this things is very important: where to log, when to log, and what to log. So means where needs to be log and what needs to be log in the log file, and when to log. Okay, these things is very important. Okay, I think today is enough. I'm going to explain tomorrow the log management things. Okay, is this okay, right? So can I explain tomorrow?
Yeah.
Yeah, fine.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, so tomorrow I'm going to explain this log management. Okay, and also so if possible, tomorrow I'm going to start the backup and recovery part as well. Okay, that is very, very important. Next, it's completely so tomorrow onwards is completely important topics. Okay, log management, backup and recovery, replication, and auditing. Okay, and configuration for the but many of the tools and automatic failover. Okay, I'm going to explain all the year-end concepts tomorrow onwards. It's a very important things. Okay, so don't try to so don't miss the class. Okay, please try to attend the class. Okay, okay, guys. So we'll connect tomorrow. Going to stop recording.